are times when we want to reinforce our dog through the use of movement in a game that we call food chase. So dogs find movement very intriguing and very interesting. That's one of the reasons why they like to chase squirrels and rabbits, is because they move quickly. So to keep our training interesting and keeping our dogs alert and in tune with us, what we're going to do is make a movement like this when we go to reinforce our dog. So what we're going to do, and I will demonstrate with my young dog here, is I am going to just stand here, and when I get eye contact, when he just checks in with me, I'm going to mark that with a yes, and when I mark it, I'm going to make a movement. And the other thing that this does is it keeps your dog from checking out. So if you've ever found that you give your dog a treat and then he starts to look elsewhere for something else to do, that's called post-reinforcement checkout. So this food chase game helps to stop that from happening. It keeps the dog engaged with you. So what I'm going to do is just reinforce for checking in, show you what the food chase looks like, and then I'm going to add in a couple of behaviors that are different, and every time I'm going to mark it and have him chase for the food. Now this is a lot more fun for the dog than me coming into him and putting a treat in his face. Number one, he doesn't have to make any effort to get that treat, so then the dogs become lazy and uninterested. If he gets to chase the treat, then he's game on. So what you're going to do is have a treat, and you're going to put it in between your palm and your thumb. So you're going to put it right like this. And so that holds the treat. Your thumb holds the treat right here, okay? And you can kind of cup your hand a little bit if you want, because it can give your dog's nose a place to go, so as opposed to a flat hand. Now I'm going to have a dispensing hand, and I'm going to have a delivery hand. So I have a few treats in this hand and only one in this hand. And what I'm gonna do is just stand like a statue. I'm not gonna make any movement. And when my dog activates me somehow, probably going to be through eye contact or maybe a little jump up, he's gonna ask me to go training, and I'm gonna reinforce that. So this is what we like to teach our dogs, is that they cue us to go training rather than we asking them. So if he makes a mistake while I'm doing this, I'm just not going to mark it and food chase with it. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to try again for the correct behavior. That's how I can deal with mistakes for this particular exercise. So you can use food chase in all your obedience exercises. Anytime you don't need the dog to remain in a sitting position to get the reinforcement, you can have them chase the treat and keep your training fun. Okay, ready, set, break. Break, break, break. Okay, here we go. Yes. Boy. Yes. Yes. Good boy. Good. Sit. Sit. Yes. Boy. Sit. Yes. Good. Down. Yes. Good. Sit. Yes. Good. Okay, grab a couple more treats and do a couple more things. Spin. Yes. So you see how I move back, I mark the behavior with a yes, and I quickly move back. Spin. Yes. Good. You could switch hands if you wanted to, so your dog doesn't target always into one hand. Yes. Good boy. Okay, sit. Good. Now, I want him to stay in position, so I asked him to sit, and I'm just going to say yes and bring the treat to him. And I'm going to close the video, and that is the food chase game. Lots of fun to play with your dog and to keep him motivated while training.